right? Because I am not a computer person. I barely even learned how to do this whole live stuff. And so we did it. And like I said before, I didn't know anybody had this skin condition or this condition. I can't even call it a skin condition because it's not. I never knew a lot of other individuals had the same condition my son had. And so when I went onto these Facebook groups and I saw that other people were having the same and different severity levels, I was like, oh my gosh, you know. But now that I'm on YouTube, I just came across a young lady's profile. And I just started looking at it. She shares her struggle. And she still doesn't understand how it works. And I'm like, oh my God, I just had to comment. You need to reach out to me because I want to help you. And I didn't even think about all the people who are on YouTube. I don't think about how many people live with this and don't know that it's so simple to fix. I'm not saying it's a cure, but two minor adjustments will help you live pain-free and get your life back. And she was talking about, you know, I hear all these diets. There's the vegan diet. Vegan diet doesn't work. And the only reason why it doesn't work is because there's a whole lot of gluten in that diet. I dissected all the diets. Keto won't work because keto also has gluten. All you're doing is counting carbs. You're not counting your gluten. You're not counting, or you're not even looking at gluten at all because it's counting carbs. So keto is not going to work for you. I'm sorry. AIP diet is an inflammation diet. So all it's doing is eliminating foods that have inflammation or have a reaction to inflammation. It has nothing to do with that. You can eat food that has inflammation and it doesn't do nothing to your actual HS. Because HS has nothing to do with what inflammation foods provide. It has everything to do with wheat. There is something about wheat and there is something about dairy. For some reason or another, your digestive system just cannot process it. I don't know why, because I'm not a doctor, like I said. I just dissected food to where you can no longer dissect food. And found that these were the two elements that impact every person who have HS. Every person who has HS is sensitive to gluten, which is wheat, and is sensitive to dairy. Everybody I've interviewed, everybody I've helped, everybody I've talked to, half of them will tell me, no, I'm not sensitive to dairy. But then we started doing this 1 week trial. And at the end of the week or by day 4, they start introducing dairy back in. Man, do they get sick. And sure do regret it right after, because my son sure did. But it takes that confirmation to get it, you know. And I will never say, I was right. I want to be wrong. I want you to be able to eat whatever you want. The less, the better restrictions that I want to give you. But if it doesn't help your digestive system, then I want to help you find ways to still find what you want to enjoy. It's just going to be in a different format. And that's the reason why I share the ice cream that I find. Later on, I'll be updating with the sour cream that I found. Because it's just going to be a different way of living. It's not going to be bad. It's just different. And it's only so that way your body can 100% digest everything that comes in. And I think that was all as far as diets that I saw. And then this other lady was upset because she was like, well, we can't be, sugar is a trigger. Sugar is not a trigger. Now, if you have high blood pressure, if you have other illnesses beyond HS, then it's a possibility that sugar will affect your health. But as far as like HS is concerned, it does not. It doesn't affect your HS. It doesn't trigger a boil. It doesn't trigger, an open wound. It doesn't do anything. Sugar's fine. It is only anything that has wheat, whey, which is milk, dairy, which is like cheeses, and cheese, of course. So once those are out, you can go back to shaving. You can go back to wearing short sleeve shorts. You can go back to having your intimate relationships, because we all know those were our problem areas. Leaking stops. You can actually start working out. My son's been on his darn Oculus every day this week without any issues. Where before he couldn't even be on his Oculus because he would get a boil right here. But those are my stories today. And for those of you who have already started this process, I will follow up again this coming week. For the people who have already started earlier this week, please continue, because I see and I hear it, and I'm glad to know that y'all are doing really good. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, I love these success stories. I really do. Like, again, it's not a cure, but it is a way to live pain-free. And it's an eye-opener. It really is. And not only that, it helps you, because if your children or your grandchildren have this disease, God forbid they do. But if they do, at least you know that, shit, I know how to take care of this. I know how to manage it. Because there is a way to manage it. To where they will never feel the level of pain that either my son went through, you went through, or an unnecessary surgery. Because that lady, I've been thinking about her all day today. And I'm sad that she had to go through that surgery. Because I knew that this surgery wasn't going to work. And I just talked to another lady. She has surgery scheduled for the end of the month, I think. And she started yesterday. The no gluten and no dairy. And I'm like, I'm going to help you, because I don't want you to go through this surgery. She says she had already a surgery before. And I'm like, you already had surgery before and you almost died. What? I'm like, why do you want to do another surgery then if it didn't work the first time? That's the part that I don't understand. But it's because we're craving to get back to our regular life. And I understand that. We have one doctor saying, I can be better than that other doctor. No. I'm going to help you change what I know needs to be changed, so that way you don't have to go to that table. And I feel bad for her too. Because a lot of people are like, her first comment when I reached out to her was, I know it's because I'm overweight. And I said, oh man, you know what, Mom? It has nothing to do with your weight. The lady that I was talking to last night, she must have weighed probably no more than, I don't know, 90, 95 pounds. And I'm stretching it. And she has them all over her face and under her underarms and other places. You can be 90 pounds. You can be 1,000 pounds. This disease don't give a crap. It doesn't. And I'm not going to ever talk to you about no diet. Because this isn't a diet. This is only so that way your digestive system can work at 100%. 100%. Because right now, your digestive is working at 70%. And the worse that your condition is, or the more you can see it on your outside, on your body, that just tells me that the inside of your body is probably more sick than what you know. So, this is not a weight issue. This is a digestive issue. And that's what I'm trying to help you understand. So, yeah, I'm going to reach out to this YouTube chick. Because I saw her video right now. And man, I tell you, there hasn't been one day that I started this that I don't cry. Because these stories hit very close to me. Because they remind me all of my son. And then now that I see my son back to normal, I know my process works. I know what I've researched was worth it. Staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning, going into work super fucking tired. But I didn't care because I wanted to save my son's life. And working from home helped me do that. It's like this damn pandemic was like a freaking blessing in disguise. Although I don't wish the pandemic, but it helped me because I got to freaking work on my son's health. It helped me find a way to help him live without pain. And now it's helping me help everybody that wants that help. And that's all I want to do. Because I'm not keeping this to myself. I'm going to share it. I'm going to share it to everybody who wants to go back to living a normal life. Because nobody deserves to live like this. Nobody. And if you don't know what it is, Google those pictures. Because those pictures are very bad. Where this disease leads to. And these surgeries are so freaking unnecessary. Instead of looking for the next pill, instead of looking for the next surgery, they need to look for how to cure this damn disease. But they're not looking for that. They're not looking for a cure. They're just looking on how they can put a band-aid over it temporarily. That way you can come back again next year. And I'm not looking for that. I don't want you to ever go back to no damn hospital because I'm not paying nobody. I don't want my son to ever be in the hospital. I don't want no hospital to know his name. The only time I want the hospital to know his name is if he's having my grandson or my grandbaby or whatever. But not for that. Or unless he becomes a doctor himself. But not because I want him to be someone's patient. No. So, I'm going to continue working. And I just thought I'd share this update. And, thank you for watching it. And y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Sorry.